you guys. I'm glad you're here. Let's start with a big shoulder shrug all the way up to the ears and then exhale, pull them down. Big inhale, shoulders go up. And then exhale, down and back a little bit. So every time you go up, when you pull them down, you can go roll them back a little bit. Let's do one more. And then on this inhale, bring the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Push them together and then just start to go side to side a little bit. I like keeping the hands together. I feel like you get a little bit of a deeper stretch in your obliques. And then every time you go over, like 1 inch further, just a touch, just the smallest little bit. All right, separate the hands from here. Let's go hand to opposite toe. So right hand to left toe, stand up, switch sides. When you stand, push your hips forward, get a nice little hip stretch. Maybe a little hamstring stretch at the bottom, depending on what's tight, maybe even a back stretch. Perfect, and then let's do a couple jumping jacks right in the middle here. Just get the heart rate up just a teeny little bit. We'll do about 10 more. And then we're gonna do a couple of lunges. We have some lunging later on in the program. All right, that feels like about 10. Let's just take our right foot. We'll just do right foot only. So plant the left foot, right leg goes forward, bring it back. We'll do 3 per second. Use your opposite hand. Come forward and then switch. So the right leg is planted, left leg goes forward. That's 1, beautiful. All right, get to the edge of your mat. Let's walk it up to a high plank and let's hold it. So we go out, the hands are right under the shoulders, hold it here, pull the belly button up. Just take a moment to have beautiful, perfect plank form, squeeze your butt. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. We're going to do that again. Walk it up to a high plank, hang here. And let's add a couple of downward dogs. So from here, push the hips all the way up and then back to a high plank. Let's do that 3 times. Take your time with it. In the down dog, if you want to pedal your feet out, if that feels good, go for it. And then find yourself in a high plank again. Let's hang here for a moment. Either from here or dropping your knees, we're going to do 3 push-ups. Go for it. 1. Knees can definitely be on the floor. 2. Last 1. 3. Perfect. All right. Feet on your butt. Have some water, and we're going to start with our core stuff. The first exercise, I'm going to show you straight on. Actually, I'm going to turn. Imagine my mat was going this way. You're going to lean back on your elbows, tap your feet to the side, and bring them up. Okay? So you're just going to tap to the side of the mat, bring them up. And let's start with that one. You guys already started. Extra credit. I love it. I'm starting the clock. Just try and keep your head neutral. If this starts to bother your head or neck, you can lie all the way down and keep doing this. There'll be a modification, and that's totally fine. So you're going to bring your feet together. Your heels and your toes should tap at the same time. Heels touch on the floor, and then your feet come together. We have about 6 seconds left. Keep going. Stomach should be nice and warm right now. And relax. Go all the way onto your back. All right. We have a little combo of a reverse crunch and a scissor. So here's what it looks like using your hands. Reverse crunch. Leg goes down. Other leg goes down. Back into it. Reverse crunch. Scissor. You can absolutely bend your knees for that scissor to make it a little bit easier. You can also absolutely use your hands to push into the ground when you're doing that reverse crunch. I like doing that. I feel like my triceps work, and I feel like I can get a little bit higher. Make this one your last one, and then roll right onto your side. All right. Straighten out your body. One arm is totally straight. So I've got my right arm totally straight, left arm bent. I'm going to glue my feet together, pushing into the ground. My feet both come up. I call this a mermaid crunch because this reminds me of having a mermaid tail. Isn't that lovely? All right, go for it. This is not going to be a crazy hard one. It's a little bit of a break. The obliques should be on the whole time though. So And if this bothers just like the fleshy part of your skin, you can always lean back a little bit onto your butt and have more of a V shape. That's totally fine. You'll still get your obliques. Use your hand to push into the ground, or you can reach towards your toe. That's okay too. We have about 4 more seconds on the side. Keep your feet glued together and roll it over. You know, this should be mostly an oblique exercise, but from gluing my feet together, I start to feel it in my inner thighs. It's like a sneaky little adductor exercise. Not a huge exercise. Your feet maybe go 6 inches off the ground, but I like how isolated it is. Halfway there, 15 seconds to go. Think about your hip and your bottom rib coming towards each other. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax for half a second. All right, go back to those. Let's call these like little mountains. That's basically the shape we're doing. So resting on the elbows, tap the heels, bring the feet together. No rush. I don't think it really matters how fast your legs go because your stomach is under tension the whole time. So if you want to go fast, do it. If you want to go slow, do it. If you want to go out to your fingertips, that's going to make it harder. Just keep your head neutral, not up, not down. We're already at 24 seconds, friends. Almost there. And lie back right into the reverse crunch scissors. Go for it. 1. If you want to add in an extra scissor, go for it. If you feel your lower back kind of fighting against this one, put your hand right underneath your butt. Sometimes that just takes the pressure off. Just about 10 seconds left. If you can remember what side you ended on, that's the side we're going to start on for the mermaid crunches. Go there now. If you can't remember, don't worry, even a little bit. All right, roll to your side, glue your feet together. Go for it. Like I said, if this kind of bothers your hip bone digging into the ground, roll forwards a little bit or roll backwards a little bit. They're both hard for like different reasons. Kate, so nice to see your face pop up there. Good morning. We're on our second round of core. Just jump right in. Ooh, 3 more seconds here and then we'll switch. All right, beautiful. Flip it over, just roll. I'm gonna do a butt spin so I can face you lovely people. All right, 30 seconds. We are gluing our feet together, one arm long, one hand digging in and lifting both feet at the same time. Squeeze, actively squeeze your legs, right? You can keep them together by just kind of focusing on that, but if you actively squeeze them, you will get even more out of it. And why not? We're here for 20 seconds more, so even less than that. Might as well get as much out of it as possible. All right, 6 more seconds. Go, go, go. And relax. All right, take a quick second in a child's pose. We have 1 more round of all of that business. Child's pose, long arms. You might notice there's no planking, and that's because we have push-ups and donkey kicks coming up. So don't worry about your arms. They will get some loving. All right, back to exercise numero uno. On the mat, I'm going to show you in this direction again. On the elbows or maybe on the fingertips, tap the heels, bring the feet together. Tap the heels, bring it together. All right, again, elbows or fingertips. I'm choosing elbows. Just looking up towards the corner. Pulling your belly button to spine in this wonky position. My stomach wants to push out, so pulling it in is a challenge. But I'm trying to anyways. 20 down, 10 to go. We'll roll right onto our backs after this in about 7 seconds. Big exhale. Come on, friends, almost there. And relax. Onto the back. Push the hands in or maybe roll under your butt. 1 reverse crunch, scissor, and repeat. Again, if you want to add a little extra scissor and do like 3, you go for it. This is the third exercise in our third round of core. My stomach is screaming at me just how I want it to be at this point. I don't love when I start there, but when I end there, great. You can tell my reverse crunches are getting smaller. Try to make a couple big ones. We're almost done. And relax. Just relax. Put your feet down. Let your knees go side to side. Kind of put your hands long and just walk or roll the knees from right to left. All right. We have donkey kicks, friends. You love them or you hate them, but we're going to do them. And they're not straight donkey kicks. I feel like these are kind of nice. You're going to do a plank in between. So here's a donkey kick. Tuck your toes under. Put all the pressure into your hands. You're going to jump up. Feet come down. Out to a plank. Bring it back. All right. You can certainly walk this. Kick, kick. Out to a plank. Walk it in. Any of those options work. Heart rate's going to go like through the roof. Just get ready for it. Let's begin. One donkey kick. Jump out to a high plank. You can spend half of a second in that plank. It's not a hold. Ideally, pressure is right over the hands. If this feels great and you want to kick up to a handstand and you're confident that you're not going to fall forward, you go for it. 8 seconds to go, my friends. From here, we have push-ups. I know that's going to be hard. 3, 2, 1, relax. All right. It's not straight push-ups, though. Here's what we've got. Good. Time's up. You guys are awesome. Next exercise. Push-up with a pull-down. So you go down, extend the arms out, pull the elbows down, push back up. Down, extend, pull, back up. All right. All of that can be done on your knees. Go for it. I have a feeling I'm going to drop to my knees pretty quickly, given how my arms feel. That pull down is a wonderful scapula postural exercise. So really make sure the elbows are coming down and not flying up towards the ceiling. They should be going towards your ribs. We're doing lunges next. The arms will get a little break. Use the knees whenever you have to. I just caught a glimpse of myself on the screen and I saw my back kind of bowing in. Last one, and stand. All right. Done. Stand up. We're doing lunges. We have forwards and reverse lunges. For this round, we're only doing the right side. For the second round, we only do the left side. And for the third round, we'll combine it. But right now, you're going to plant your right foot on the mat. Glue it to the mat. Right foot does not move. Left leg is going to forward and back lunge. So I go right in the middle. I'm kind of short enough to just hit it right at the front, through the middle, right at the back. On repeat, right at the front. If you have to stop in the middle, that's totally fine. But if you can just step it through, even better for your balance. And sometimes you might wobble a little bit, and that's okay. It will help you if the entire time you're staring at something on the floor, probably just in front of your yoga mat. Maybe it's a water bottle, maybe it's a dumbbell or a stuffed animal, doesn't matter. Speck of dust. We have only 5 seconds left. We do not do the other leg right now. And relax. All right, so remember, that was right leg planted. We'll left leg plant next time. Have a sip of water, friends. Oh, those donkey kicks and push-ups kick my butt. Cheers, I'm so glad you're here. All right, come on down. Get the stopwatch ready. I'm talking to myself. Plant the hands, tuck the toes. Go for it. If you want, make it a little harder. 2 donkey kicks this time before you go out to a plank. Totally up to you. I just realized how loud I'm being. If you can be a little softer on your landing, even better. But, you know, do whatever you have to do to get through these. 20 down, time to go. 3, 2, 1, relax. Nice job. Oh, get ready for push-ups with the pull down, clear your space. I'm going right into modified. I know that's what I need right now. Go for it. Push up, pull down, back up. The entire time you're staring at your mat. So your head never looks up. You want a neutral spine, meaning you take your head with you the whole time. Make a really powerful pull down. You could just kind of lackadaisically, if that's a word, pull your elbows down, but don't put a lot of tension in there. Get one more in. Beautiful. Child's pose. Take a second. Come on up. Put some glue on the bottom of your left shoe and plant it in the middle of your mat. That foot does not move. Take your right foot, lunge it forwards, through the middle, lunge it back. Go for it. Do you ever feel natural with your hands? Usually, if you don't think about it, they kind of fall to the correct way, but I like to have opposites. So when my right foot is forward, my left hand is forward. And when I'm lunging back, it's the opposite. We're already at 23. For the last round, we'll split the difference. I tried to look at you and I lost my balance, but I see a lot of lunging Tomans and I love that. And we're done. Perfect. Take some water, put your stopwatch down. One more round, friends. I'm sure you could guess what I'm going to say about donkey kicks. If you want, you can do 3 and then the high plank. You do not have to. You can stick with 1 or 2. Or do a ladder. Go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do whatever you need to distract yourself. Plant your hands right under your shoulders. Tuck your toes and go for it. Between 1 and 3, donkey kicks. Jump out to a high plank and repeat. Try to spend as little time as possible in that high plank. My tendency is to want to just stay there, have a little rest, active rest. Normally, you'd never think of a plank as a rest, but when you're doing donkey kicks, you do, right? You guys are awesome. We have 2 seconds left. Finish up and done. Take a minute. And by minute, I mean like 5 seconds. Push-ups with the active pull down. Remember, elbows come to your side, not behind, okay? Go for it. Full or modified. I'm going to do both. You should have a really loud exhale as you're pulling your elbows. Just breathe wherever you can here. Not easy. Use your knees whenever you have to. Three, 2, 1, and stand. All right, 15 and 15. I don't care which side you start on. I'm going to start. Put some glue on my right shoe, plant it down. I'll tell you in 15 seconds. It's going to go by fast. Go for it. Left leg is lunging forwards and back. Maybe we get like 4 in. Make these nice and big. Get 1 more forwards and back. And switch sides. Glue the left foot. That transition hurt me a little bit, like emotionally and physically. My legs are screaming. But when we're done with this, we're done. And relax. Awesome. Have some water. We're going to do glutes on all fours. We have 11 minutes left together. So a little bit of glute work, a little bit of arm work. And then we stretch. All right. Don't lie down. Go onto all fours, hands and knees. Get my stopwatch here. Okay. Hands are right under the shoulders. Knees are right under the hips. You're just going to move your left leg first. Only the left leg moves for the full 2 minutes, then we switch sides. Start with just a nice, easy kick out. Left leg bends in, kicks out. Sometimes these simple exercises are the best, right? Nothing beats a push-up or a squat. I love having variety, but sometimes just getting back to basic stuff is really, really helpful. Let your heart rate come down just a little bit. If you really want to make this harder, extend your opposite arm. So if your left leg is moving, your right arm's gonna extend out. You will immediately notice that your stomach has to do more work, maybe a little harder on the glutes. All right, on the next one, extend the leg out, keep it out. Just hold it here, extend your right arm out. Just hang out. We're gonna do this for about 10 seconds, just holding it. And then we will drop our hand and our foot. The goal is for the pinky and the toe to hit at the same time. Go for it. Drop both down, lift both up. Drop the foot, lift. I should say drop the foot and then arm. Straight arm, raise. For just a few more seconds. All right, keep your leg up. Plant both hands down. Both hands are on the ground. Leg is up. You're just gonna bend at the knee and extend. The knee stays nice and high. This puts a lot of tension on the hamstring and the glutes and maybe the lower back. I feel like it's 95 degrees. It's really like 70 here, but my face is burning up. We're gonna end with a hydrant. We do that in about 5 seconds. All right, bend your leg, bring it down. Just go out to the side. That's it. Nice and simple again. Really effective. All parts of my lower body are burning a little bit. Both sides. Make your hands nice and wide. I'm gonna try my best to remember all this on the other side. We'll see. Get 2 more hydrants. And then sit back into a child's pose. All right, sit back. Take a second here. Oh my. Come on back up. I know I could use like a 5-minute stretch and break, but we're just gonna do 10 seconds. That's it. All right, we start with the other side, the right knee going in and out. Take your time. If this is bothering your knees, just put a little cushion under there. Maybe a sweatshirt, maybe double up your mat. Take your time on this one. Again, if you want, extend the opposite arm long. We'll have it out for the next exercise. Make sure that hand on the ground is right under your shoulder, not in front of it. All right, if your arm's not up, get it up and just hold your arms straight and your legs straight. We do this for about 10 seconds. Isn't it amazing how much pressure this puts on one arm? All right, start to drop. Pinky and toe hit at the same time. I should say toes. It's really all the toes. Pull up your belly button. Do not let your stomach relax just because it's not the main star right now. Lift twice more. And then keep the leg up. Plant the hand down. Start to bend at the knee and extend. Think about your heel as if it's like attracted in terms of a magnet. Not like a magnetic attraction from your heel to your butt. Stared right at your yoga mat. Arms are nice and wide. I have mine half on my mat, half on the floor. And bring your leg in, out for those hydrants. When you do these, try not to lean away from the standing leg. I don't care how high your leg goes. You just don't want to lean. So maybe it goes higher on one side than the other. That's okay. All kinds of things are on fire. We will stretch our glutes for like 10 seconds now, but then we'll get it more at the end. We're done here in 3, in 2, in 1. Ay, ay, ay. Done, done, done. Nice job. That's hard. Woo. Let's take 10 seconds in a crisscross applesauce and do like 3 circles to the right. Make them big. Get your lower back involved. And then 3 to the left. Ooh. All right, quick sip of water. Grab your dumbbells. We haven't even touched our dumbbells today. Honestly, that's kind of how I prefer my workouts these days. I love body weight stuff. Grab your light dumbbells. Let's do this. If you're multiple people in a room, have 2 of you step forward and 2 of you step back so you're alternating so you don't hit each other. All right, let's stand on our right legs. Just start with that. Just get comfortable on your right leg, nothing more. Obviously, we're going to add more. Flip your palms toward the ceiling and then just bring them straight up like two train tracks, straight up parallel to each other and back down, nice and slow. And maybe when you bring them down, pull them behind your body a little bit. We might as well get some tricep work in while we're here. It's just a few extra inches. If you find being on one leg is really challenging, you can always give yourself a tiny little kickstand and put your toe down in the back. On the next one, bring your hands up and keep them up. Perfect. Keep them there. Switch to your left leg. Okay, now put your dumbbells facing each other. If you don't have dumbbells, that's totally okay. Make two fists with your hands, and you're just going to open and close. When you open, squeeze your shoulder blades so hard. If at the point when you're squeezing, I put a little like pencil or a quarter there, it should stay and not drop out, if that makes sense. Just squeeze your heart out. Squeeze. Try not to lose your balance. We're going to get one more. Hands are going to stay up. Plant both feet down. Real wide with the hands. Really slow. One goes up, back down, other up, back down. Perfect. Isn't it crazy how this gets hard without any weights? I have threes in my hands, but I could easily be doing this body weight and it would be just as challenging. Okay, both hands are going to go at the same time. We're going to make this really fast. We're going to go from 20 down to 1. If you want a distraction, count with me backwards, starting now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, almost there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Oh, great job. Put the weights down. Have some water if it's close enough. Take a moment for a water break. You guys are awesome. Let's start stretching on the ground. Sit all the way on your bum. And get your hands behind you. They can face in any direction. And just start to bring your butt towards your heels and then away. Towards the heels and away. You should get a nice stretch in your forearms. I just caught my reflection. I'm really sinking down. So I'm going to lift up just a little bit. It's so helpful to have mirrors or reflection around. It's hard to know what your body's doing all the time. Ooh, one more, and then roll all the way onto your back. Just take a second, hands wide, let your knees go right to left. They don't have to go all the way down, but just get a little movement in your lower back. Let's do a hamstring stretch. So stop in the middle, grab underneath your right leg, and just straighten at the knee 3 to 5 times. Every time, maybe you get a little closer to your face, flex your toe. We're doing more than 5. It feels good. Keep going. Flex your toe towards your face. If you relax it, you will not feel this in your calf. All right, now let's switch. Other side. Start to bend and straighten. Perfect. Let's sit all the way up into a crisscross applesauce. And we did some nice oblique work at the beginning. Let's stretch our obliques. So take your right hand, put it on the floor, take your left hand, reach up towards the sky or the ceiling, and then lean over towards your hand on the floor. I go all the way on my elbow because that's comfortable. You can do whatever you want. And just keep reaching. Imagine somebody's like pulling you. Just get a nice stretch in your side. And then push through the hand on the floor over to the other side, hand down, elbow down if that feels good, and reach. Try not to let your knee come up too much. Try and push that down. You might get a hip stretch as well. And then come back to the center. If you have a dumbbell close enough, grab it. If you don't, you just need one. Don't worry about it. I'm grabbing my heavier one. We're just going to use it for like some traction, some counterbalance. So roll the dumbbell as far away as you can and just drop your head and give a little pull on it. And then if it feels good, wiggle from right to left. You get a nice glute stretch, maybe back stretch. And then roll it back through, sit up nice and tall. We'll do that just one more time before we stretch our neck. All right, roll the dumbbell out. Take a second to just drop your head and take a deep breath. And then a little bit of a wiggle. It's really nice sometimes using dumbbells for stretching just to get a little deeper. And then come back. All right, I'm gonna stay right here for our 3-way neck stretch. Take your right hand, push it down into the ground if it reaches. If not, just reach towards. Left hand pulls the head over. And then that hand on the ground can go back a little bit towards your butt. Sometimes that gives you a little bit of a deeper stretch through your whole neck. Turn your head towards the ceiling and then open and close your mouth twice. You can make noise. Do I have a stretch helper? Yeah, come help me. And then turn your head. No, it's okay. All right, Bruno's gonna join us for the stretch. Turn your head down towards the ground. And then switch sides. Left hand comes down, pushes down towards the floor. Right hand pulls over. Just take a second here, pull the hand back a little bit. Head goes up towards the sky. Open and close your mouth twice. Wow. And then tilt your head down towards the ground at that diagonal. And relax. All right, before we do the middle one, shake your arms out, get them nice and loose. Both hands behind the head really wide. Arch a little bit and look up. And then pull everything in. Elbows in, chin to chest, all the way down towards the ground. My elbows do not reach, but maybe yours do. And then slowly push your head into your hands until you're all the way as tall as you can be. Would you do a rainbow breath? Okay. All right. Jackson's going to teach us a rainbow breath. Lead us through it. Go for it.
Imagine your favorite color when you breathe in. And then push out all the sad colors.
Done. Thank you, bud. Awesome. You guys are the best.